everyone.
Hi!
I have
Mavie?
and Millie with me again, and we are going to finish chapter 1. So part 2 of chapter 1 is about to happen. Here we go. Now, the last time we read, can you give me a short recap of what happened? Do you guys remember?
Yeah, Mom cut the baby's hair.
Yes, that's what we ended on. And
Yep,
was
and
it a good thing to do?
No, the one boy...
Tim?
No.
Barnaby A? Barnaby B?
Barnaby A had a plan,
Okay.
and I think that's what we're going to be reading.
Oh,
And
yeah, we need to see what the plan was.
And Jane
Yeah?
wanted to keep the baby because it had curls, but because the mom cut the hair, now she like...
No, she doesn't want it?
No.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. The twins got their wagon from where it was kept, along with bicycles, under the stoop of the house. The boys set the basket inside the wagon while their sister watched. Then, taking turns pulling the handle of the wagon, they transported the baby and its basket down the block, across the street, waiting carefully for the light, and for 2 more blocks and around the corner to the west, going some distance farther until, reaching their destination, they finally stopped in front of a very forbidding house that was known as the Melanoff Mansion. The gentleman who lived there was a millionaire, maybe even a billionaire, but he never came out. He stayed indoors with the moldy curtains drawn, counting his money and feeling hostile. Hostile means he probably wasn't going to talk to anyone. As with Scrooge, from another old-fashioned story, tragic events in his past had caused him to lose interest in life. The mansion was much larger than the other houses in the neighborhood, but it was unkempt. A wrought iron fence around its yard was tilted and twisted in places, and the yard itself was cluttered with pieces of discarded furniture. Some of the windows were broken and boarded over, and a thin cat scratched itself and meowed on the porch. "Wait, A," said Tim, when his brother began to push open the front gate. "I need to add to the note." He held his hand out to Jane, who had placed the folded paper carefully in the pocket of her ruffled frock, and she gave it to him. "Pencil?" Tim demanded, and one of the twins, for all the children were accustomed to carrying whatever Tim might need and demand, handed him a pencil. Barnaby B turned so that Tim could use his back for a table. "Could you tell what I wrote, B?" Tim asked his brother when he had finished. "No, it felt like scribbles." "You must train yourself better," Tim pointed out. "If my back had been the table, I would be able to recite each word and also the punctuation. Practice when you have a chance." Barnaby B nodded. "You too, A," Tim said, looking at the other twin. "I will," Barnaby A promised. "So will I," offered Jane. "No, you needn't, because you are a girl. You will never be called upon for impertinent work," Tim told her. "Ooh, what do you think about that?"
That's unfair. No.
Can girls do important work? Yeah. Poor Jane. Jane began to cry a little, but very quietly so that no one would notice. She vowed through her quiet little tears that one day she would prove Tim wrong. "Here is what I wrote," Tim told them. Holding up the note, he read it aloud. "P.S. If there is any reward to be had for this beastly baby, it should go to the Willoughbys." The other children nodded. They thought the P.S. was a good idea. "You might say must instead of should," Barnaby B proposed. "Good idea, B. Turn around." Barnaby B turned, and Tim used his back for a table again, erasing one word and replacing it with the other, which Barnaby B could feel him underline. Then Tim read it aloud. "If there is any reward to be had for this beastly baby, it must go to the Willoughbys." He refolded the note and leaned toward the basket. Then he paused. "Turn again, B," he commanded. After his brother had turned to make a table of his back, one more time, Tim wrote an additional sentence. He folded the note and pinned it to the baby's sweater. "Get the gate, Jane," Tim said, and she pulled it open. "Now 1, 2, 3, hoist!" Together the boys lifted the basket containing the baby from the wagon. They carried it to the sagging, dusty porch of the mansion and left it there. The Willoughbys walked home. What did you add to the note at the end, Tim? Barnaby A asked. Another P.S. What did it say, Tim? Asked Barnaby B. It said, her name is Ruth. Jane pouted. Why? She asked. Because, Tim said with a sly smile, we are the ruthless Willoughbys. Wow. I did not expect that to happen. Did you?
No.
Well, what do you think?
I think it was kind of mean to leave the baby there.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
With a man that might not even take care of it.
Yeah, did it sound like he would take care of them?
No.
No.
I mean, like if someone gives a baby, it wasn't nice for them to set him down, and he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna baby.
You don't think so?
No.
So what do you think's going to happen next?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, our friends, family, students, if you happen to know or think you know what is about to happen next, please leave your inferences or predictions in the comments so that we can see. Thanks.
Bye.
We'll see you later. Bye.